Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a good Monday. And if you're in the eastern part, or excuse me, from about the church east, it got a lot of rain. It didn't rain much out west of you at my house, but man, I got to the church and it was water
We've had a lot of
everywhere.
rain.
So we got some rain, but nothing like out here. There's a lot of times I'll get 2 tenths and come to the church and it'll be an inch or more.
Yeah.
So anyhow, the sun is trying to peek through and shine. I think we got another round coming through early in the morning, and then from what the weather showed, about the next 10 to 12 days was hot and steamy and sticky and no rain. So it is fixing to be summertime.
Yes, it is.
In Oklahoma in a couple of weeks. I guess summer starts, Father's Day officially, maybe?
Well, the actual summer started last week.
Oh, it did?
The meteorological summer started last week.
Oh, okay.
But,
so anyhow,
it
it's
doesn't-
getting hot. It's
yeah.
humid out there today. So
It is.
anyhow, God bless you. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about throughout this a week about working and serving the Lord and working for the Lord and for whoever our employer. Even if you're self-employed, you still got to work for somebody. Even if you own your own business, you have customers that you've got to service and work. So today is going to be out of Colossians chapter 3. And we're going to start at verse 23, and it says, "Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people." It says, "Remember that the Lord will give you an inheritance as your reward, that the master you are serving is Christ, or that serve Christ as your master. But if you do what is wrong, you'll be paid back for the wrong you've done, for God has no favorites." And I want to read this again that says, work willingly at whatever you do as though you're working for the Lord rather than people. And there's a big disconnect in the workforce today in people thinking they're entitled to start at the top and not work their way up through the top and earn their pay versus it ought to just be given to them. And that's one thing that we need to be sure we're teaching our kids is a good work ethic. I know with a lot of kids, I see it in Little League. I coached a lot of youth football and basketball, a little bit of baseball, but mostly football and basketball. And kids that had good work that I coached, my son now coached him and my daughter both are 24 and 22 now. And the kids that I coached that had good, was coachable and worked hard at practice are pretty good employees today that they work.
Right.
Not always. And some kids that kind of had to grow up and mature that was a little bit tough to coach are good employees. I'm not saying that's a given. But as a general rule, if we would teach our kids and even ourselves and show them that we would work, whatever we do, work as though we're working for the Lord. And as a Christian, we need to remember that we're serving the Lord. Even as we serve a bad boss, we need to remember that it is. And I know, Kelly, that you worked in banking and a lot of years and that you saw people come and go as any field does. But what was one, as you looked at somebody and that worked hard, what was one of the great attributes that you saw that they had in their life that you could normally guarantee if they had it, they was going to be a good employee?
Well, when they came to the interview, sometimes you can just tell with people whether they're going to be a good employee or not. You know, the questions that they ask, how much am I making? A lot of people don't ask how much they're making. They just want a job. So they don't care how much you're going to pay them. They just want to go to work, and they'll work hard and they will do what they can. And so it just, you can just tell those people that really truly want to work and those that just want to draw a paycheck.
Right.
And I always looked for the ones that wanted to work. The ones that truly wanted to work, wanted to learn, wanted to grow. And when you get those people in there and you can coach those people, you get good employees. And that's, we've always tried to tell our kids, be a good employee. You may not have a good boss, but be a good employee.
Right.
Because that boss can be gone at any moment. And you may get somebody even worse, which that happened to me a couple of times. I got a really bad boss.
Yeah, you got stuck here.
I wasn't talking about that,
okay.
but this is the best job I've ever had. But I had a couple of bad bosses, and oh man, I was like, Lord, what are you doing? But I learned from those bad bosses, and when it was my turn to be a boss, I learned how to treat people. And I think a lot of it is just how we treat people.
It is. And having a good attitude.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't always done. I went through a period, I know I was really hard to work for and with, because they don't really, we've got Kelly's here, Connor's here, now pretty much every day, full time. Then come in after hours and on weekends and stuff. Yesterday, Connor did some classes for some of our folks and come in extra, and he comes in on Wednesday nights. Kelly does too. But like I said, when we work willingly, and sometimes we may have to go beyond what we're paid. But when we realize we're doing it for the Lord, even it may not be a church job like we all have here. Me as the pastor and Kelly as our secretary, treasurer, you name it. She wears it. Counselor sometimes when we're planning funerals or weddings or whatever, she's there. My wife sometimes she works a full-time job. When Lori can, she goes and stuff. But I mean, but when we do it and realize it's for the Lord. So if you're working as a mechanic, a welder, a nurse, or whatever it is, doesn't matter your job or your vocation. Realize that it's still working for the Lord and being a witness and example for Him. So if you're the best employee that company has, maybe you'll get a bad boss. They don't appreciate you or whatever. And not saying that you should be looking for another job if you're not happy there. It's not where God has you. And sometimes the Lord does use things as stepping stones, and sometimes He doesn't.
And sometimes He gives us a bad boss to move us on because we get comfortable. And, we get so set in our ways and we don't want to move on. But sometimes a bad boss will come along just to move us on.
And a lot of times we get to thinking that company owes us something.
Yes, and they don't owe us anything.
No, and that's a lot of times.
Nobody owes us anything. We need to work hard and do.
And like this said, that the Lord has no favorites, and God
He has no favorites.
If we don't work hard at that job, then we start getting in trouble over it. Well, that's what we've sown, and I've said this before, until the Holy Spirit changes my mind in it, is that we reap what we sow.
We do.
And if you come to work with a good attitude, and maybe you don't get the recognition, maybe somebody else makes more money than you, and you're doing 5 times work. Know that God sees that.
That's
know that God, and He will reward that at some point in time. It might not be today or tomorrow, but He will reward that. So I want to again read this again. It says, work willingly at whatever you do as though you were working for the Lord rather than people. I know people get hard to work for, get frustrating. I understand that. I deal with it, because I deal with people every single day. That we're in the people business, being a church. We're not making things or we're building things other than people, but we do work hard for people and with people. So when we understand that we have to work hard and we do it for the Lord. So God bless y'all. Hope you're having a great day. Again, hang in there if you're struggling at work. Hang in there. Don't let it beat you down and wear you down. God bless. Kelly's going to go over our sponsors, and then Connor I don't know what I don't know, somebody
I asked him to go out there for the signature.
Oh, okay. So he's over there.
We're getting our last signature today for our fire marshal. So be praying about that once I get the stuff sent in, that they will send us our certificate of occupancy, because it's been a struggle with the fire marshal. If anybody knows anybody in the state fire marshal, just call them and tell them just give us some leniency here.
we turned
We're trying.
On our
We're trying hard.
On
I didn't have it in the right format. It's the same exact thing, wrong format. Well. Okay, we just want to thank our sponsors: Genesis Home Health, Sweet Perks Coffees, Cookies, Sandwiches, and more; Dan and Teresa Webb, Uncle Dan's Barbecue Sauce and Sloppy Joe Sauce; Venture's Farrier Service; Daveco Fab; Cloudland Services; Marshall Dillon's Plumbing; Green Construction; Turnbow Trailers; Parco Tax; Muggsy's Grub House; Extra Oilfield Service; Marshall Timmons Insurance Agency; Bunker Hill Fire Surplus Firearms, Ammunition, and Reloading; and our individual donors: Nicole Nordahl, the Watkins family, Ronald Hinman, Jeff and Lauren Morphew, Bob and Gina Biswell, Brian and Patricia Eastman, Zach and Lauren Heppensberger, Ed and Donna Bays, Don and Sheila Ferris, Howard and Janice Clark, Gina Hendricks, the McIntyre family, Gordon and Dee Kennard, and Bill and Luana Spade. Thank you all, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing.
Yes, thank you, guys. Again, if you still want to partner with us, it's not too late. We still got time left, and this year we'd love to have you come on and be a sponsor. Holler at us at 918-399-5956 is our church number. We'll do that. And before we close, I'd like to ask you guys to share this, please. But there's a couple in our church that are trying to, that's in the hospital right now. Crystal is in there the baby's trying to come a little bit early due to some issues or whatever. It's on Facebook. They've put it out there, so it's been made public. But would you pray for them, and appreciate you praying for Dennis and Crystal and the new baby that's again just a few weeks early, and that her blood pressure will stabilize and all the things that they need, and pray for them. I know God can and will, and however it works out, that God will have your hand and give them peace, and that they're a great couple. We love them dearly, and their precious family, we appreciate them. And others, I know there's some other folks that got some people in the hospital and battling issues, so hang in there again. But as you go to work today, it's Monday. I know everybody dreads going back to work Mondays, but it's the day the Lord has made, and let us rejoice and be glad in that fact that God's got it. And God cares about your finance. He cares about everybody. He cares about our work ethic more than that, because I promise you, labor in the Lord is never in vain. And we're going to kind of talk about work ethic through this week. So if you're a Christian, go be the best employee that company has. Or if you are self-employed or you own the company, be the best boss it has, and the people that work for you and under you. Go out and show the love of Christ. And remember, God has no favorites, and He's going to reward us, again, as far as that in this life by what we do. If we sow good things, we'll reap good things. We sow bad things, we're hateful, we're ill-mannered, ill-tempered, gripe, complain, bellyache, that's what we're going to reap back. So God bless you. Hope you're having a great Monday. Cowboy Church tonight at 7 o'clock. We're still in the book of 1 John, so we'll be going over that tonight. This Sunday, Dwayne Williams will be with us in service at 9 and 11. And then he'll be with us next Monday night in Cowboy Church. We are having, again, our youth service Wednesday night. Our little kids will be in here at 6. Our junior high youth are going to Tulsa to main event, so they're leaving a little bit early with our junior high youth pastor, Karen Wilson. So she's taking them to Tulsa, so they'll have a good time up there. So again, kids, make sure you got your permission slips with you, because you can't go without a permission slips. We got a lot going on this week. So, and then next week, again, Dwayne Williams will be with us. We've got the Freedom Celebration coming up on
June 26th, Saturday, June 26th.
And it'll be over at the Olton High School campus, so come out to that. We're back going. We'll have hot dogs and snow cones and all that stuff over there like we've had in the past. So we appreciate Olton School Board and their superintendent, Matt Posey, allowing us to come back again. This is, I don't know what year.
I think we're 11.
11
or 12.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
so
we've been doing it a long time.
We appreciate them, and again, appreciate all the help. Our sponsors on that, we'll have a list of them. Mark Jackson heads that up, so I know a lot of our sponsors have been on board with us from the first one.
And if you want to help us, just reach out, and we'd love to have you as a sponsor as well.
Exactly. We can use a sponsorship on that. So we do everything for free. The hot dogs are free, snow cones, games. Fireworks show we don't charge or have any vendors there to make money off of. We want it for families can come and not cost them any money to come and have a good family outing on Saturday, June 26th. So God bless you. Hope you're having a great Monday. Remember, it's Christ over our crisis and our faith over our fear. So God bless you. Have a great day.